Right then, now listen up. Picture this, if you will, a magnificent, gleaming white villa complete with a pool that is more expensive to fill than a Bangkok nightclub, sitting majestically in the middle of a rice paddy that floods every year. Now imagine trying to sell that villa. Imagine the tumbleweed rolling past the for sale sign. Welcome to the brutal, unvarnished truth about owning a slice of the Isaan dream. I have been here long enough to know that the only thing more common than the stray soy dog in Udon Thani is a Farang who thinks his concrete monstrosity in the middle of nowhere is his retirement fund. Let us get one thing straight, mate. If you are building a house out here as an investment, you might as well be using the banknotes as wallpaper. It looks pretty, but it is utterly worthless on the open market. This is a reality check you did not ask for but desperately need. We are dismantling the delusion today. What is the one thing every single expat asks me about after they have sunk 8 million baht into a field? Here's a simple question, delivered with the wide-eyed hope of a child asking if Santa is real. How much can I sell it for? I usually just laugh. Or stare at them blankly, or perhaps offer them a stiff drink. The answer, which we'll get to in a moment, is a punchline that costs a fortune. It is the question of the century here in the land of smiles, and the answer is the reason why so many of these dream homes end up as expensive homes for termites. Let us just say it is less of a sale and more of a donation to the local ecosystem. However, hold that thought. Let us analyze the psychology for a moment. You have worked hard, you have saved a few quid, you come to Thailand, fall in love with a lovely local woman or man, and decide to build a house. However, it cannot be just any house, can it? It has to be a statement. It must have Western style insulation, a Farang kitchen that never gets used, and a swimming pool that will be filled with green algae within a month. You want the Instagram life. You want to be the lord of the paddy. The psychological desire to build a dream home is a beautiful, romantic notion. It is also financially suicidal. You see an asset, the local market sees an overpriced concrete shell in a region with zero demand for your Western luxury. There are currently an estimated surplus of these Farang-style villas sitting empty across northeast Thailand. They are monuments to ego, littering the landscape like lonely abandoned space stations. The economics are truly baffling. The cost of a modern construction materials has gone through the roof. Every bag of cement, every imported tile, every Western standard fitting is more expensive than the last. However, the value of the land they sit on has remained stagnant. It is a rice paddy, mate. It is worth what it has always been worth, about enough to buy a few sacks of rice and a motorbike. Now, let us talk about the legal reality. This is where the dream goes to die. As a foreigner, your ownership of this property is built on a foundation of wet sand. You cannot own the land, full stop. You are a tenant in your own castle. You rely on long-term leases, and these legal structures provide no equity and absolutely zero resale security. In today's tightening regulatory environment, these contracts are becoming increasingly difficult to enforce and even more difficult to sell. Why? because local Thais cannot and will not pay a premium for Western luxury. They do not want your fancy oven. They want a kitchen where they can cook, make somtam and sticky rice. They do not want a sprawling high-maintenance lawn. They want space to park their pickup truck or the family's buffalo. You have built a house for a buyer who does not exist. Let us go for a drive, shall we? Down these lovely crumbling rural roads, the infrastructure in deep Isaan is, how shall we put this, rustic. My mate, an expat who built a beautiful place out in the boondocks, is currently paying a fortune to maintain a Western standard of living in a tropical environment. He is dealing with cracked foundations from the yearly floods and a roof that leaks after a mild drizzle, all while the government road outside his house turns into a muddy river every time it rains. Then there is the issue of healthcare. Work from anywhere was a nice promise for the early 2020s, but when you need a doctor, you are not exactly 5 minutes from a top-tier hospital. You are more like an hour and a half from a clinic that may or may not have running water. When the nearest international amenity is a 7-Eleven that sells dodgy sandwiches, your dream starts to look like a nightmare of isolation. Besides, who are the neighbours you are asking to buy this place? The young Isaan generation is leaving in droves. They are migrating to Bangkok or working in South Korea or Taiwan. The villages are becoming aging ghost towns. The average local income in 2026 makes financing or purchasing a $1 million baht villa an impossibility. They cannot afford the monthly electric bill for your pool pump, let alone the mortgage. This is your market. Your primary target for a property sale is a community with zero purchasing power, worsened by the recent regional agricultural turndown. The local farmer who just lost half his crop due to drought or floods is not in the market for a luxury villa with a garden view. However, wait, you might be thinking, surely there's some right person who will see the value. Well, there was one bloke who tried to get his money back by turning his villa into a boutique hotel. Then a stray rocket from the local rocket festival crashed through his roof. Talk about a sign from the heavens. Sometimes the universe sends us a clear message. This brings us back to our question. How much can you sell it for? The answer is simple. You cannot. The exit strategy does not exist. Most Isaan luxury homes remain on the market for years before being abandoned. The listing gets old, the photos get dusty, and the owner eventually walks away, leaving the keys with the lawyer because it is simply cheaper to walk away than to maintain a depreciation asset. This is the hard truth about the sunk cost fallacy. You think because you've already spent a fortune, you must keep pouring money into this black hole. Nevertheless, walking away is often the most financially sound decision. Cutting your losses is far better than bleeding out slowly for a property that the market has officially deemed worthless. So, what have we learned? Building a house in an Isaan rice paddy is not an investment. It is an expense. It is burning cash for the sake of your own ego. Your Thai dream house is not a legacy. It is a liability. Do not build, do not buy, just rent. Keep your money in assets that actually appreciate. Buy some index funds. Keep a pile of gold. Anything but this concrete vampire that will suck the life and money right out of you. So, have you lost a small fortune on a dream home in the rice paddies? Or are you about to? Share your story in the comments below. Let the pain begin. And for goodness sake, share this video with anyone you know who is thinking of building a villa in Isaan. You might just be saving their retirement. Remember, a dream home in Isaan is like a paper umbrella in a monsoon. It looks lovely for a moment, but it is utterly useless when reality hits. Unless you are married to a Thai, and it will remain in the family until after you leave, and then it will be abandoned as too costly to run. Thanks for listening. Now hit the bloody like button and then subscribe if you have to. Bye bye.